I know this part, Guardian. This is where you come back. Have my respect. Nearly there. Fight on. I love it. I could watch fighting like this forever.
When it comes to improvement in multiplayer FPS games, there are three categories that are consistent all across the board. The categories I'm referring to are map knowledge, movement, and aim. Each can be trained individually or can be trained simultaneously with one another. Today I'll be talking to you about how you can train both aim and movement equally in-game with mouse and keyboard, and don't worry, this concept can be applied to controllers as well. But before we dive into it, I wanted to ask you guys for a really big favor. Please drop a like and comment down below if you enjoyed or learned something new from this video. It really helps out with the algorithm and allows me to possibly end up in the recommended section on YouTube, therefore being able to help and reach more Guardians. Please don't forget that I'll be giving away 2 Model O mouses at 5,000 subscribers, so be sure to smash that subscribe button to enter and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss a new video or a chance to win. If you ever watched top PvP players on Destiny 2, you will see a level of fluidity with aim and movement that makes their gameplay seem as if their actions are predetermined or choreographed even when it is actually spontaneous. It is one thing to have great aim, but another to track the target smoothly while moving or evading. This all comes down to the synchronization of your eyes and hands, in other words, your eye-hand coordination, which means that the player is solely using their eyes to track the target rather than guiding the reticle to the target, because they are confident that the reticle will be wherever they are currently looking at. This will allow you to direct more focus to your keyboard or left thumbstick rather than worrying whether or not your reticle is exactly on the target. Here are examples of both to better illustrate what I mean. Aiming this way will also shave off milliseconds when it comes to target acquisition because wherever your eyes are focusing at is where you're going to shoot. This is especially crucial in Destiny 2 where weapons are capable of achieving a 0.08 second TTK. Now I know saying that having better eye-hand coordination sounds like the obvious thing to do while aiming, but in practice it is a lot harder than it sounds. You would be surprised to find out how many players get caught up trying to get their reticle perfectly on the target and completely forget about movement, therefore leaving themselves wide open to fire. After understanding the benefits of eye-hand coordination, how exactly do we efficiently train both aspects of aim and movement live in game? Let me tell you about a documentary I was watching not too long ago about people that race cars for a living. One of the drivers was asked what he would do if the car ever were to lose control or fishtail. He said that the trick was to simply focus on where he wanted to go and his body would compensate for the rest, thus straightening out the car and regaining control. Hearing this reminded me of when I bartended and had to bring 3 to 4 martini glasses to a table filled to the brim. The only way I kept the drinks from spilling everywhere while walking was by focusing on my destination rather than the drinks itself. Funny enough, this concept can also be used to train both aim and movement simultaneously in PvP by focusing your attention on a single target and allowing your motor functions, i.e. hands, to synchronize and follow through in the engagement, which will smooth out your aim and allow you to focus on moving efficiently and effectively around, away, or to your target. To simply put it, when you identify and give your brain a clear goal to focus on, it will be easier to direct all your attention towards that goal physically and mentally, rather than worrying about each variable surrounding that goal as its own entity. For example, the Guardian worrying about his reticle being exactly on the head of the target, rather than putting his complete focus on the opponent and making sure that they are always centered on the screen, just like the waiter focusing on the destination rather than balancing the glasses he is holding. During this time, you are effectively going to forget the reticle exists while engaging and only direct attention towards the target and the area you are navigating through to get to them, thus training your mouse hand or right thumbstick to synchronize with your eyes and focus. Like I said before, you always want to make sure the target you are aiming for is centered on the screen, therefore ensuring the reticle is on the target even when hip firing. This style of gameplay is especially complemented by Destiny 2 because of the game's generous hitboxes on MnK and even more so on controller, allowing you to emphasize movement while maintaining aim at the same time. With that being said, model aiming is paired perfectly with this style of gameplay. Model aiming is tracking a huge portion of the model, aka Guardian, in engagements rather than focusing strictly on the head or reticle. If you want to know more about model aiming, check out my sniper and hand cannon training videos where I show you how to correctly apply it. I have both videos linked right up here. Before I wrap this video up, I want to give you guys a little disclaimer. You will not see instant improvement in an hour, a day, or even a week. This is dependent on the player and how consistently this concept is applied. You will miss more than a few shots at the beginning and it may feel awkward at first. However, it is all part of the process, and when you finally synchronize eye-hand coordination, I assure you, no, I guarantee you that you will see improvement with target acquisition, tracking, and movement all across the board. That's about all I have for you guys today. I currently have 3 Kovacs and in-game weapon specific training videos in the works, which are for 120 RPM hand cannons, 340 RPM pulse rifles, and aggressive frame shotguns. Let me know down below which one of these 3 appeals to you the most, and I'll try to get that one out as soon as possible. Anyhow, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please turn on your notification button and subscribe. Thank you again so much for watching, and peace.
Superb.